Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 27 of Robbie's Backstage Bants. And today I'm joined by the lovely Lydia Fraser, and we're going to be talking all things Hamilton and possibly some other things that she's done. So, how are you?
I am very well, thank you. Very, very well.
Oh,
Missing
God.
Hamilton a lot, but I'm good.
Yeah, me too. I'm missing Hamilton. I'm
Yes.
missing everything. I'm
Yeah, I miss just seeing friends and stuff as well, and
yeah,
just like being able to support people and like feeling inspired by seeing people do what they're good at. Like,
exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
I just miss
yeah.
everything, just the world.
The
Miss
world,
the
yeah.
old world, what it used to be. Miss that.
Yeah.
Um, how have you coped then with pandemic?
So, coping wise, I've been incredibly lucky because I have the craziest house ever, which wonderful because I live with my sister who is also in the industry, so she gets it. And I live with my best friends who are also in the industry, but also teachers as well and are creative. So it's just constant laughs and a lot of RuPaul, like
Yeah,
a lot
well,
of
that's
RuPaul.
the best way to go, isn't it?
It really is. And I'm able to teach, which is quite nice. So I'm doing like one-to-one classes and workshops and stuff, like singing and acting through song. And to keep my creativity and my brain going, I'm learning bass guitar at the moment. Kind
Wow,
of bad, but it's something to do. So
there you go.
yeah,
Oh, it's a good
two
to
of
keep
them
that.
behind me there.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think I've picked up any new skills. I guess this is a new skill I've picked up doing.
This is a skill in itself. This is a huge skill. Like, yeah.
So far, I've gotten better at lighting my videos. I mean, that's a good start.
I mean,
Um,
it's stunning.
Beautiful. Getting the angles and yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nightmare. But anyway, the first sort of questions I've got for you today are about how you got to where you are, and the first one's really wide and open, so you can answer it however you'd
Okay.
like to. And that is, what is the journey of how you got to where you are today?
Oh goodness. Okay, so I guess if like going all the way back, I was brought up in Birmingham, and my mum sent me and my sister to Helen O'Grady Drama Academy every
Ooh,
Friday, and we started there really, and then did school plays together, and we're like, this is fun. I enjoy this,
yeah.
and kind of kept up with that, and then realised when I was 18 at sixth form, I was like, I want to do this. I'm quite serious about this. I really, really, really want to do this.
Yeah.
And I applied for drama school, and I ended up going to Guildford School of Acting.
Awesome.
And I did the BA degree in acting there and graduated in
Wow.
2012, which feels like a long time ago.
Yeah, it
Because
does. I remember the year of 2012. What a
yeah,
we had the Olympics, didn't we?
we did.
It was a
We,
while
yeah.
ago.
I remember watching it.
I can
Like,
remember that. I can't remember how old I
man,
was. It must have been. No, I'm not even going to try and work that out.
don't worry. Don't worry. It
Let's
will
not
just
go
make
there.
me feel
I feel a
bad.
little bad. Let's not do that. And
Let's not do
the next sort of question is, did you ever have any other career paths in mind, or did you always want to be a performer?
that. It's funny. Like I did in a way. Like during sixth form, I was like, oh, I really want to go into like philosophy and religious studies and look into that. But that didn't happen. Obviously,
No.
that did not happen. And then I kind of like dabbled in the idea of special effects makeup
Ooh.
and relationships and like um, sort of like mental health stuff like that, stuff that linked to like relationship and sexual health kind of stuff is what I wanted to look
Yeah.
into. And again, didn't go into that um, because I kept wanting to sing instead. So
Well, I don't blame you for that.
yeah, that's kind of where I went to instead. It's like all of those useful things. Nah, let's sing instead.
That's been me with the homeschooling whole situation at the minute. You know that we've got physics, or we can sing. Let's sing. I mean,
Singing, yeah,
why not?
yep,
If they decided to make a musical about my physics work, I'd be happy. I'd be happy
great,
to do that.
yeah, brilliant.
However, that doesn't quite exist. So,
No.
Get on it, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yep.
So now we're just going to sort of jump into a bit of a chat about your career, and I'm just going to start listing things out. You can talk about the experience. We'll go from there. I haven't put everything down because I thought, God, we'll be here forever. So I've just noticed, just put some things down. The first thing I put down was Buddy Holly, because that is a great show that is very underestimated. I don't think it gets enough for what it is. So what was that like for you?
Agreed. I agree entirely. That was the first tour I ever did. It was
Yeah.
my second professional job that I ever did as well. Oh God, I remember literally getting the call of saying, "You've got the offer, you're going on tour," whilst I was working in Selfridges spraying perfume on very, very wealthy people. And I was just like, I could literally throw this bottle of perfume up in the sky right now. It's like, yes, I'm so excited, I'm going on tour. And it was, I learned so much on that job. I learned so much on that job because it was also an actor muso show, and it also made me realise I should pick up an instrument. It's taken me till now. But just learning so much from everyone else in the cast and crew, priceless, absolutely priceless. And also just learning about the history of Buddy Holly as a person and a musician as well was just, yeah, it was brilliant.
It does, yeah. I mean, a lot of people do say like their first few jobs, it's really great to learn from other performers, which...
Oh, constantly learning. I'm still learning now.
The real question is, did you learn more at performance training or on the jobs?
Both.
Yeah.
It's different. Like you can really get into like a place with drama school because you see the same people every day.
Mm.
Going into a professional job, you're working with completely different people, and especially like, you know, they don't really teach you how to be a swing or a standby at drama school. It's like, okay, casting you as these roles, and you get to do this role, and then you do the show for a week, and you're done. You don't know what it's like doing a year-long contract and then being thrown on at the last minute or something like that. Those things you have to learn on the job. Have to learn the job. Mm.
You'd think by now they would sort of teach you the skills for that, but
so hard to do though, isn't it? Until you actually
I suppose it is, isn't it?
Situation,
Unless they were to say, right, okay, we're going to do a year-long run of show, and you're going to be a swing. Everyone's going to be a swing. In fact, you're all going to be swapping roles every other day. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That'd be a bit for a drama school. So, but no, I'm glad that you got to learn off that job. And then the next thing I noted down was Bodyguard, because, Lord, that is a great show.
Bodyguard. Oh, I have such a specific soft spot for that show because, and my mum will vouch for me, like, me and my sister used to dress up as Whitney Houston as kids, like, campus Christmas, like, mad, absolutely mad children, like, lining all of our toys up, so we had an audience, because we're sick of us by this point, and, like, literally wearing my dad's leather jacket, singing I Want to Dance with Somebody, like, in, like, my leotard from ballet, like, vile child, horrible, like, idiots, absolute state, and just singing and dancing around, and, like, so that for me, when I got the offer for Bodyguard, I was like, oh, 7-year-old Lydia is just...
She's so happy.
So happy. Singing Saving All My Love for You was like a moment for me. Just like even in rehearsals, going through it with the MD, going through Richard and just singing through those songs and just being like, I can't believe I'm singing Whitney Houston. I can't believe I'm doing that in front of people, being paid to sing Whitney Houston. Like 7-year-old me was just like, what are you doing? Where are the toys? Like
7-year-old me was like, come on. I've been doing this already. Why wasn't I getting paid back then?
Yes, absolutely.
The toys should have been paying for that.
Yeah.
No, but it does sound like such an experience. And the music as well in that show.
Oh, just, I remember that like first hearing the band, like when you get a sit, that is like one of the experiences in musical theatre anyway, that you're like, shivers. There is something that happens that's just ethereal when you hear a whole band play together and watching them play together as well is just
I can't.
it's you just can't explain it. It's otherworldly, amazing.
No, I do. That's one of my favorite parts, especially like going into a theater and sitting down and then the orchestra playing the overture, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's what you don't get from streams. That like obviously all the
Mm,
and things. That is the one thing I'm missing so much as well. Hearing a live
yeah.
orchestra, just like
But not feeling it as well, because it's
yeah,
powerful. You literally feel the vibrations through the floor. It's that feeling with it as well. You feel it through the stage because they're kind of like slightly underneath you. It's that feeling that you're like, oh my god, you're literally grounding me. Like this is amazing.
so exciting. I just
Yeah,
we need to get
yeah,
these things back open. I mean,
yeah,
the Andrew Webber's statement the other day. He's like,
yeah,
good on him. That's all I can say. What a guy. An absolute
yeah.
legend. He's just like not taking any of it anymore. I'm opening
No,
is it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
Absolutely.
honestly, fair enough. I also really hope that like the rest of the West End just follows suit and we have like a massive revolution.
I feel like I don't know what we need to do. Do we need to go on strike? But
Oh,
like,
yes.
how many more MP letters do we need to send? Running out of words.
I know. Even Hamilton can't write that many words. We've
No.
literally, I think,
Yeah.
exhausted the
Yeah.
gone to the point where Angelo Webber's threatening. And he's like, they'll have to arrest
Oh
me.
God, he's mad.
He's like, he's
And
ready
he's
to go
mad.
to prison. We're all ready to go to prison. Let's just start this revolution.
Yeah, let's.
Might as
Yeah,
well. Real life
might as
lessons.
well.
Just
Yeah.
this pandemics drove us all crazy. This is
Yeah.
how we this is how we get out of it.
Yeah.
Guns blazing, yeah, of
Absolutely.
course.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mention another one of my absolute favorite shows in the whole wide
Oh
world,
God.
Mormon.
Oh
I
God.
absolutely
Trip down memory lane now, really, isn't it? Like,
it's lovely. I love doing these because everyone's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah. Oh, just the memories I have from Mormon are just something else. And it, my first West End job, because I did Buddy and Bodyguard before, and they were UK tours, so I was very used to being on the road and having to move from place to place, and like, I mean, you really get to know the UK very well. Then to kind of like be at home and go into Central every day was a whole different experience for me. And for me, I was doubling up. I was working on Bodyguard and then rehearsing for Book 'em All at the same time. So my brain was not doing its best, really, to be honest. So it would come to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'd have to be like, I'm so sorry, I've got to leave because I've got to go back to Bristol or back to Manchester to do a show tonight. There was one moment when we were in Bristol, and I was in my head, I was going through Hasadiga in my head for the next day of rehearsal, and I was like, I need to be on for Queen of the Night. Wait, hold on, no, different show. And my brain was just all over the place. I was exhausted, but
that is extreme.
glad I did it.
Yeah.
So it. Like it's a lot doubling up on a show, especially if you're having to travel to another part of the country when you're doing it.
It's a bit easier when you're in West End all the time.
Oh yeah, because you're going down the road. Like everything's pretty nearby-ish. But Bristol and Manchester, they were 4 a.m. starts for me, and it was a lot. It was a lot, but I'm so glad I did it. I'm so glad I did it because I made friends for life on that show. Friends for life. Two of my friends, Rodney and Tashan, who are both not only incredible and stunning performers, as everyone knows, because they're amazing and they should be for everything that they are doing. That's doing as well as have done. They are just soul siblings to me as people, and it's great because we've carried on this tradition of when we used to kind of like sing in between shows and just kind of and do some harmony work together, and we've managed to do a few gigs together as well, so it does really bring people together. The magic of theatre sounds really crazy, but it is true. Like you make amazing friends on jobs.
See how it's brought everyone together, especially in the pandemic. Everyone's gone, Oh, I miss theatre. Oh, me too. Yeah, okay. And now everyone
Yeah.
has friends, and all the fandoms as well, which I find fantastic. Like everything has its fandom, but everyone respects each other. And then there's the vague musical theatre fans that just love everything, which I
Yeah.
fall into that category.
Yeah.
And that's just, I love it. It is like a massive family, but with smaller families.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And then obviously
Yeah.
you as a cast, I'm assuming, always feel like a family because you're together all the time.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah.
Do you ever get sick of everyone?
It's just it's just such a wonderful feeling. Like even like when people have birthdays, it's
Yeah.
always a celebration. It's so lovely and like
Is it?
through everything together. Especially when I've been very lucky to have year-long contracts for for most of my jobs. Yeah, Buddy was a year long, Bodyguard was a year long, Book of Mormon was a year long. Yeah, pretty much.
Hmm.
Probably was a year and a few months because it was kind of like two contracts
Did
that kind of like
Hamilton get cut short?
yeah, yeah.
Thanks for that, Corona. But
I know, right?
hopefully it'll be longer now. So you might get longer. Come on, that'd be good.
We'll see.
Yeah. Obviously Mormon was like brilliant show.
Yeah.
I've seen it on tour. I want to see it again. It's coming back up here, I think. So I'm gonna
Oh,
again because love it.
yeah.
And next up, comedy about bank robbery.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that was the first time I experienced being in a harness on stage in front of a lot of people and dropping from a ceiling. So
Yeah.
that's um, um, just Mischief shows in general are just nuts,
Oh,
insane.
they're the best.
They are incredible at what they do. Like they're so good at what they do, and they really like they've explored sort of like the idea of farce and being able to put it into so many different mediums, like the fact that they've got their show now on TV,
Yeah, I love that.
which is brilliant. Like they've just kind of, I don't know, they've just exploded.
They really
It's
have.
they've done, and the fact that you know that they're able to do that, and they're so young, and like, and they've still got new ideas coming out. They're just brilliant. They're so
Fantastic.
clever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hilarious every time. You know, no matter how many times you watch the things, it'll always be funny to me.
Yeah.
You have to have that sense of humor. I guess some people might not find it as funny, but for me, it's hilarious.
But this is the thing, even if you don't find it like if it's not your type of humor or whatever, you can't not go into the theatre and watch one of their shows and not think, wow, how are you doing that?
Yeah.
Like they're so innovative with what they do. And it's again, it's kind of like a whole other learning curve going into a Mischief show. It's like way of like, okay, timing, rhythm. You kind of have to hear the musicality of how lines sit so that you get the laugh. It really is training being on a Mischief show. But and I'm so grateful for all the lessons I learned doing that show. And again, having the joy of being a cover. And being able to go on stage in boy drag for the first time ever, hopefully not the last. Because it was one of those days because it's so physical. We didn't have another boy swing in the building that day, so I ended up going on as a guy, which is fantastic. And honestly, I was like, I think I prefer this. I wanted to go on as this track from now on. It was brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah.
But yeah, because you never get bored when you're being
around.
You're always different, and it's so good for your brain because you know you're thinking like, okay, right, so who would I go on? Brief comes from stage left. Okay, right, cool. So you know, Caprice is coming in at this point, and you're working out the literal patterns of a track.
Yeah.
For people, if you're a show, you've got about 7.
You use maps then? Do you do physical maps or is it just all memory?
Yeah, I do maps with mine. My scripts are mad. My scripts are just they're disgusting. Like they're color coded. There's, you know, I choose different colors for each of my tracks.
Yeah.
It's just post-it notes, and, you know, draw out
Be.
stage so I know where each person's going. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily need that, but yeah, I my notebooks are, yeah, the world hates me because I am literally using up all the paper in the world. Comes to being on a show.
There's just like a bald patch in the forest, and it's just got your name.
Yeah, and it's my fault. Yeah. Like, oh, sorry guys.
Sorry about that. I just
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
No, but I bet that was a great like sort of learning point for you as well to figure out different tracks and things. And
Yeah.
good on you, because a lot of people can't do that. So
I didn't know I could until I had to do it. It's kind of like a bit of
brain training game
a fire.
back in the day, like one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next thing, doctors on BBC One.
Yeah.
Just a little thing that nobody ever seems to notice that you've done.
Yeah. And it was filming in Birmingham, like down the road from where I went to school, which was so bizarre for me going back there to film. And it was literally just shooting in one day. Again, for your brain, that's just like, oh my goodness. And working with a baby.
Oh.
Never done before. Which is mad, really mad. And just like hoping that you don't wake the child that you're holding. You're like, good scene partner.
And you don't drop the child.
Yeah, she was brilliant. She was fantastic. She was really showing me up. But yeah, film work, TV work is great, brilliant, because it's a whole different way of working your brain in that way, and you get to really hone in on, you know, making sure that everything is so precise. You get to work on your continuity. You get to kind of like pull things back a bit. It's so different to theatre, whereas everything is so overly exaggerated.
Yeah.
Not always, but particularly in musical theatre it is. But yeah, it's a whole different medium, and like knowing when you're doing your close-ups versus your scene partner's close-ups. Yeah, it's great. I love working on set. I love it.
Would you like to do more of that then? Maybe get a
So much more.
scope, possibly, maybe? Get you on
Yes.
or,
I'd love to. I'd
Yeah.
love to. Yeah.
or
Absolutely.
a movie, possibly.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens.
I mean, maybe they'll be making some more movie musicals or something. Get yourself in them. And that's the best of both worlds. Sometimes it's not.
I'd love to.
Don't want to go down that route. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I do love. And there's a lot of movie musicals coming, which is awesome. And movie adaptations, which is cool. I'm looking forward to the
Yeah.
Jamie one. The Jamie one's going to be good.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to that. And I've only ever seen Jamie on like as a stream. I've not seen it in
Yeah, I
the
haven't seen it yet because Corona
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
cancelled too many times.
Yeah, but the trailer looks so good for the film.
Yeah, we were there for the last day of filming. They invited loads of fans in for a massive street party thing at the end of the film. We were there for
Yeah.
that was an experience. Met Sarah Lancashire, best friends now. We're not. I wish we were.
Oh, yeah. She's basically family.
Got a picture with her, besties.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really excited for that.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
It's gonna be great.
So good.
We need a release date. This is something that keeps just disappearing.
Yeah.
And where's Into the Heights? When's that coming? What happened to that?
Oh my God. Oh, I can't
Is that a
wait.
dream show?
Oh, I'd love to do that. There's so many things I'd love to do.
I hope we get to do them.
So many things that I want to do. There's so many plays I want to do as well.
Oh, yeah.
Amelia keeps streaming as well. I'm like,
Mm.
man, bring it back, please, please. Just, I want to
Bring it back, put you in it. Sorted. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful play. Oh, stunning.
So now the big one to talk about is, of course,
Da, 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 da. Oh.
yeah, Hamilton. Now, how do you do it?
I don't know. That's not a joke.
For a bit of context, if people don't know,
Statement.
what is it that you do?
So I am a female standby. So that means I am standby Angelica, Eliza, Peggy / Mariah. So all three of those ladies. So yes, I am first cover Angelica and Eliza.
You are mad.
And second cover Peggy / Mariah. So it's intense.
Very intense.
All the different colour codes in that script for me.
Yeah, at least you've got colours to go by. That makes things a bit easier.
It does.
You've got colours that are linked to them.
Yeah, it really helps. Really helps.
Do you have to have different harmonies for each? And in that case, do you have to? Oh,
They're all different. So, for example, Room Where It Happens.
oh no!
Oh my god, it's horrible as well because I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, do I remember even one of those tracks in that song? The answer's no. So they're all different. They're all different. Usually Eliza's all the way at the top.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a high lyrics for Eliza. Peggy, Mariah's always kind of like an alto-y line as well. But sometimes Angelica and Eliza kind of swap over and flip. Sometimes Angelica will be you're like, this doesn't make sense. No, like, oh, it's just a lot.
And you've gone on for all three, haven't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have.
You have.
Yes.
That must be a major achievement.
I'm so glad I did as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you got to before the corona got to you.
Yeah, I'm so glad I managed to do that because I know there are other people who haven't, and that must feel so odd. But I went on for Angelica a lot and Eliza, and I managed to do one Peggy Mariah, so at least I've managed to know what it feels like. But the last day that we went into warm up, full face of makeup on, and I was meant to be going on for Peggy Mariah, and then the government have said, nah, go home, get your stuff out of the dressing room.
Could have at least let you have had that last one.
I know. But at least on the Saturday before everything closed, I was Angelica for those two shows. So
oh wow. At
least that I get that moment of like, oh, I was
like
last on as Angelica.
The three of them, each of them, like how many people's dream roles they are. And then you're going, well, I've done all three.
Yeah. I know, it's mad. It's absolute madness.
Honestly, I can only imagine. But Hamilton is a popular show. Is that still as popular, do you think? Are you still getting all the hype when fans come and things like that? Is it still?
Yeah. Definitely. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I'm just waiting for them to let me come.
Yeah. Oh,
I will be there.
Yes.
Just hope it goes ahead.
It will.
You should maybe trip someone up and get on for Angelica or something. When
This is the thing. What is beautiful about this show, is that everyone who plays those sisters, whether you're a cover or whether you are playing the role, first cover, second cover, whatever, being able to go on with each one of those women is just such a treat. Like we literally are sisters in that building. It is so lovely. It's so lovely. Sometimes confusing because you're like, oh, today I'm your older sister. Oh, yesterday I was your younger sister, and like the dynamic changes. And it does.
Yeah.
But it's lovely. Like, and the moments we have, again, this is the whole thing of like you literally become a family. Standing in that stage right wing, in the darkness, all standing in a circle, all holding hands. Well, before Corona, then we ended up doing elbow bumps instead. But we'd have our little circle, talk about what we're grateful for, or just cracking jokes. And you have your little moments with people, you high five them, you get that little hug of like, have a great show. Like, even going on as Eliza, Carl would come up to me, who plays Hamilton, and like, he's so cute. He'd be like, see you out there, wife. And he'd be like, see your husband. It's like, oh, it's great. Yeah, it's great. Terrifying and great. Because you do think, wow, this is like a good 2.5 hours. Am I going to survive?
Exactly.
So you do.
Does it fly by once you're up there? Does it just like...
Yes, it goes so quickly. Because there's like one moment, I think it's like Washington on your side, as any Skylar sister, you're not involved in that moment. And you're like, how have we got here already? It's madness. Because you're just you're just constantly moving, and because you have to go underneath the stage to get round to stage left. That with dresses and skirt, I can't tell you how many times I've fallen over. I have taken tumble down the stairs. Honestly,
Follow you around with the camera, just.
Oh yeah, tripping all over the place. The other thing is people standing on the back of your dress, so you get that a lot. Like, sorry.
Throw hands, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I bet you can't wait to get back to that. Now, the next thing is the fans' question. I was going to try and do something cool with my hands and it didn't happen. It's the fans' questions. So, the two questions first from Alicia. And the first one is, and I love this question, it's very, very important. Do you use milk or milk substitutes or water for hot chocolate?
Okay, that's it. That would be a milk substitute, particularly an oat. Very fond of oat. Sometimes a soya, but try to use oat. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I agree.
It's important.
Always milk/milk substitute. I definitely agree with that. No water.
Yeah. No.
Touch, but apart from that, I'm not having the whole thing water. I'll send it back.
Yeah. Oh no, gross.
The only milk that doesn't really work is coconut milk. A bit too overpowering.
It's a specific flavour. It's very specific. And also a little bit watery sometimes as well. I feel like oat milk is like, if you put it in porridge, it's lovely.
Ooh, I need to try that. Remind me. I will.
Yeah, it's good.
And the next question, which is a bit more of a actual theatre sort of question.
Okay.
How do you take in lots of information when you're doing more than one role?
With great difficulty. Rehearsal is, the most important, and putting the work in. I'm one of those people that has to write everything out, like even whether it's lyrics or whether it's like a monologue or something, dialogue, anything, I have to write it out. Almost like, when you did those spelling tests when you were really little, and it'd be like, you check whether you've done it right. If you've done it wrong, then you go back to the beginning again. That's literally how I train myself. That's how I learned the satisfied rap, writing it out over and over again.
That's the only way.
Yeah. And me and my friend Pete would occasionally, say Pizza Swing on Hamilton as well, we'd test each other. We'd be like, okay, so where is man 5 at the top of room of where it happens? And we'd be like, downstage, left wing. It would be one of those like test quizzes things that we do.
Oh.
Really helpful. Really helpful.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Next question from Trevor, and Trevor's asked, if you forget a line on stage, what do you do?
If I forget a line?
Yeah.
Improvise. I mean, you can't really do that because everyone knows every single line and it's all sung. It's basically opera. The joy of improv, basically. If you're stuck, use your brain and improvise. Hopefully you know the character and the situation well enough to bring yourself back. But yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we all know the songs at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be easy enough. The next question is from Jess, and Jess asks, which was your favourite track to play in Hamilton? Did you have Angelica?
That's how fast. I love the other two.
Yeah, but Angelica.
I love her. I just love her. It's so funny because this happens with any show that you work on, with anything that you work on. They become your best friends. You start to these people, and there's something about her. There's something about performing Satisfied that just resonates with me. It's just, and I love the fact that she's the only female in the show that raps.
Yeah.
For a reason, because her and Hamilton are connected in that way. And that's exactly what Satisfied is about. That moment when they're like, shoo, it's because they are in tune with each other. I love that. Again, I adore playing Eliza. I love singing Burn. I love That Would Be Enough. I love getting to do Mariah, even though I've done it once, but like the feelings I had doing that part was just, it's great. But Angelica is my favourite sister to play.
And the final fans question is from Jack. And Jack asks, what is your dream role?
Dream role?
Yeah. I bet there's a lot.
Apart from Hamilton.
Just
Dream. Oh goodness. There's so many. I'd love to be in a Lorca play. Like, oh my goodness. I'd love to play Ophelia and Hamlet. Like, there's so many things to do. Like, I'd also say I'd love to be Amelia in Amelia. Like, particularly second part of her growth as she grows up. Like, some beautiful dialogues, just great, just exquisite writing in that play. But say it, like, I'm so lucky. I'm playing all three of those women in Hamilton that are just like
incredible. It really
hurts not being able to do it now because it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
I bet. Well, now the last thing is we've got your little quiz on how well you know Hamilton. This will get you back in the spirit for work.
Okay.
And the questions are not easy. I try and make them bearable, but then they're so hard to write. Because the first question, I had to whittle it down to how many songs are in the original Broadway cast recording.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
Where's my script?
It's quite a high number.
It's like something like 48 or something like that, 42.
A bit low. Oh, it's a bit lower than 48.
Is it? Is it 40? I should know this.
No, more than 40.
Is it? I'm not cheating, I promise. I'm not cheating.
No.
Damn it!
It might be different in the CD to the show though.
Not including the exit music. Is it not 50?
No, because there is one I think that's not.
Go on.
There's 46.
46. Damn it.
I don't know what happened. I think the others must be like the music between like My Shot and Story Tonight.
Yeah.
That's not there.
Okay.
The next one to finish the lyric. You might be better at this one. Because the finished lyric I'm going to give you is, your favorite older sister, Angelica, reminds you.
There's someone in your corner all the way across the sea.
Yeah. See, that was nice of me, see?
That was a nice one.
And the next one's also quite nice. Who played Aaron Burr in the original Broadway cast? Uh-oh.
His name? And he's in Smash. I love Smash.
He's an absolute legend.
Yeah.
And he's released.
See his name pop up every time you listen to it on iTunes. I've forgotten.
Yeah, it's Leslie Odom Jr.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing. It's like used to having him as Aaron Burr at this point.
Stunning as well. Yeah.
Brilliant. Don't worry.
And then I go, Simon Anthony, who is our Burr.
We mean no disrespect, Leslie. It's
oh no disrespect. We love you. You're amazing.
Not that Leslie would ever watch me.
Leslie don't know who I am. It's all right.
This. Yeah, no. But Leslie, you're always welcome. If you want to jump
always
with me, you can do that. Just give me
I'll be
a call.
there too.
Yeah, we'll get Lydia back in.
Please.
And we'll have a nice little party. This one should be quite easy. And this is not including like ensemble roles or anything. This is like the lead roles. Which lead roles double up in the show?
Okay, so that would be Lafayette.
Yeah.
Lafayette and Jefferson.
Yeah.
Achilles and Madison.
Mm-hmm.
Peggy Mariah.
Mm-hmm. And there's one more, I think.
And who's the other one? Oh yeah, Lawrence Phillip.
Yeah.
I want to be Lawrence.
Me too.
Like, I'd love to play that role. Amber, actually. That'd be great.
Yeah. I think you should play them all. It'd be like a one-woman show of Hamilton.
I'd love to do that.
Make yourself more money. Get yourself on a full
yeah.
This next one is not the answer I gave you earlier, but which song is not in the cast recording? And this is like an actual song. There's one. It's more of a very short thing that happens.
That's not in the cast recording.
Mm-hmm. There's characters involved. One of them is.
Oh gosh. As in, there's a song that Angelica sings that was left
No,
out.
not that one. Not that one.
No, not that one. Oh, okay.
Show. It's actually in the show, but it's not in the cast recording. It's a tiny little thing, but it's
Skylar Defeated. That's still in there.
it's really sad, if that helps.
When Philip dies, that's still in there. Oh my gosh, I can't think what it is.
Wait, no, not that. It's before Philip dies.
Is it?
Quite a bit before, actually. I believe.
Oh, is it?
Still in Act 1.
In Act 1?
I believe so.
Ah, it's Tomorrow There'll Be More of Us.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, it's not in the cast recording.
I've got a good Hamilton quiz there, if you want it.
Yeah, very good.
But I think you did all right there. So the last few things I'm going to do is first remind everybody that I'm trying to raise a bit of money for Acting for Others as well with this. So if anybody wants to jump down into the description and donate, there will be a link and you can do that. Also, a reminder to follow me on social media, which will also be in the description, because then you'll find out who is going to be. And I'm sorry for using this again, but I have to in the Zoom where it happens because it just fits so well into this episode. I'm really sorry.
See what you did. See what you did.
And I'll use it again when Leslie contacts me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Obviously.
When I said,
When? Yes.
Of course. And finally, to thank you so much for joining me, Lydia. It was so much fun chatting with you about everything.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's lovely.
Yeah. Nice. And apart from that, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Amazing.